Hello, my dear students. The radius of second Bohr orbit n value is given as 2 of beryllium 3 plus. Beryllium atomic number is 4 in terms of the Bohr's radius A0. What we know, radius of the nth orbit is 0.529 into n square by z. 0.529 value is given as A0. So based on that, a naught into n square by z. Substitute n value and z value. A naught into 2 whole square by 4. Final answer is A naught. Which among the following has more number of lone pairs on central atom? Which contains more number of lone pairs? XeF4 contains more number of lone pairs. 2 lone pairs are present. Freezing point is least for. What is the relation? If number of solute particles are increases, then freezing point value decreases. Vapor pressure and freezing point are inversely proportional to number of solute particles, and remaining all properties are directly proportional to number of solute particles. First option urea is given NH2CO NH2. 1/2 factor value is equals to I value is equals to 1. NaCl dissociate like Na plus and Cl minus. 1/2 factor value is equals to 2. BaCl2 dissociate like Ba2 plus and 2Cl minus. 1/2 factor number of solute particles 3. Glucose dissociation is not possible. Number of solute particles 1. Based on that, correct answer is BaCl2. Statement 1. 1 Faraday always liberates 1 mole of any substance at appropriate electrode. First of all, this statement is wrong. How is it wrong? If we can pass 1 Faraday of current, generally 1 by k moles of the substance is deposited. Listen, if you can pass 1 Faraday of current through NaCl, MgCl2 and AlCl3. We are passing 1 Faraday of current through NaCl, MgCl2 and AlCl3. Then NaCl dissociate like Na plus Cl minus. MgCl2 dissociate like Mg2 plus 2Cl minus. AlCl3 dissociate like Al3 plus 3Cl minus. K indicates, K represents charge of cation or anion. If you can pass 1 Faraday of current through NaCl, by 1 mole of sodium is deposited. But you can pass 1 Faraday of current through MgCl2, 1 by 2 moles of calcium is deposited or liberated. If you can pass 1 Faraday of current through AlCl3, then 1 by 3 moles of aluminum is deposited. That's the reason first statement wrong. About second statement, what is given second statement? On dilution of acetic acid. Acetic acid formula CH3COOH. Acetic acid is a weak acid. Its molar conductance decreases. Whereas the specific conductance increases. This is also wrong. Why? It is a weak acid. So that's the reason molar conductance increases and specific conductance decreases. Molar conductance increases, specific conductance decreases. Why? Because on dilution increases the degree of dissociation. On dilution, degree of dissociation increases. On dilution, specific conductance case. On dilution, number of atoms or ions per unit volume increases. So that's the reason both the statements false. The difference between delta H and delta U, when the combustion of 1 mole of methane is carried out at room temperature T is equals to methane combustion reaction. Methane is a hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbons undergoes complete combustion. Then it gives CO2 and H2O. Relation between delta H and delta U is delta H is equals to delta U plus delta nRT. Here the question is related to difference between enthalpy and internal energy. The difference is equals to delta nRT. First calculate delta N value. Np minus N are only gases. At room temperature, H2O is a liquid, so neglect H2O. Number of moles of gases products 1. Number of moles of gases reactants 3. 1 minus 3 minus 2. Delta N value minus 2 RT. Fourth option. 90% of first order reaction is completed in 120 seconds. Time required for 99% of the reaction to be completed in minutes is. First order reaction is given order of the reaction is first order reaction. For first order reaction, the relation between T 90% and T 99% is T 99% is equals to 2 into T 90%. So T 90% value is given 120 seconds. 2 into 120 seconds, that is equals to 240 seconds. But here question is asked in terms of minutes. So 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. 240 seconds is equals to how many minutes? 4 minutes. Correct answer, third option. Which of the following expression is correct for the rate of reaction given below? We know that reactants rate decreases, product rate increases with respect to time. Based on that, rate is equals to minus 1 by 5 dBr minus by dt is equals to minus dBrO3 minus by dt is equals to minus 1 by 6 dH plus by dt. Here the relation between Br minus and H plus. So based on that, dBr minus by dt equals to minus 1 by 6 dH plus by dt. Negative signs cancel. dBr minus by dt is equals to, here 5 is divided, this side multiplied, 5 by 6 into dH plus by dt. By dt is equals to 5 by 6 into dH plus by dt. Third option. All the following concentration methods are temperature dependent except mole fraction. According to gas laws, there is a relation between volume and temperature. Volume is directly proportional to temperature. In normality formula, volume term is involved. Number of gram equivalents by volume formula in liters. Even molarity formula, number of moles of solute by volume in terms of liters. Here also volume term is involved. Even fourth option, mass by volume percentage, also volume term is involved. Mole fraction is the simplest ratio. There is no volume term. That's the reason it does not depends on temperature. Which of the following statement regarding alpha amino acid are correct? Proteins and complete hydrolysis gives alpha amino acid. Correct. All alpha amino acids contains only NH2 group in their structure. Not only NH2 group. This is NH is present. This is 2 degree amine. This is also 2 degree. This is also 2 degree. That's the reason this statement is wrong. Amino acids with equal number of amino and carboxyl groups are neutral amino acids. Correct. All naturally occurring alpha amino acids are optically active. Wrong. Glycine is optically inactive. No doubt fourth statement is wrong. Here fourth statement. In this only fourth statement is absent. So correct answer first option. Match the following given Mg2 plus contains 10 electrons, Al3 plus contains 10 electrons, even Si4 plus contains 10 electrons, potassium contains 18 electrons. Okay. These three are isoelectronic species. In case of isoelectronic species, is inversely proportional to its ionic size. Given order is correct order for ionic radii in gaseous state. A2. Now you can check about D. D. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. These are same period elements. Periods left to right. Electronegativity increases. So this is about electronegativity. A2 D3. A2 D3 only second option. Remaining you can check. Oxidation state of chromium in CrO5. C structure. Here two C linkages are present. CrO5 X plus 1 oxygen, normal oxygen, 4 oxygens, peroxy linkaged oxygens. Neutral molecule, that's the reason equals to 0. X plus 1 into minus 2 plus 4 into minus 1 is equals to 0. X minus 2 minus 4 is equals to 0. X is equals to plus 6. Fructose is a reducing sugar. Correct. Reducing sugars. All monosaccharides, aldoses or ketoses are reducing sugars. Fructose is a aldose. Wrong. Fructose is a important ketohexose. Assertion correct. Reason not correct. Which of the following is not an essential amino acid? Glycine is not an essential amino acid. Remaining all are essential amino acids. Consider the chemical reaction. For 1 mole of NaCl, lattice enthalpy value is given, hydration energy value is given, hydration enthalpy value otherwise. Now calculate enthalpy of the solution. What is the relation? Enthalpy of the solution is equals to enthalpy of lattice energy plus enthalpy of hydration energy. Lattice energy is given as 788 plus hydration energy is given as minus 784. Simplify, you will get plus kilojoule per mole plus 4 kilojoule per mole. Oxidation potential of hydrogen electrode with pH is equals to 10. Oxidation potential and pH relation is E oxidation potential is equals to 0.0591 into pH. So 0.0591 into given pH is 10. Simplify, then you will get 0.591 volts. Second option. Bond dissociation enthalpy of chlorine is greater than fluorine. Check it, chlorine is greater than fluorine. Correct. Fluorine is a strong oxidizing agent as compared to chlorine in aqueous solution. Correct. Because its E naught value is positive, very high. Melting and boiling point values. Melting and boiling points are higher for chlorine as compared to fluorine. This is also correct. All the three statements are correct statements. Standard enthalpy of formation is 0 for all the following except ozone. Once revise P block elements group 16 elements, they're given ozone preparation method. 3 moles of O2 undergoes silent electric discharge, then it gives 2 moles of O3. The value of delta H is equals to plus 142.7 kilojoule per mole. Delta H value positive. It is a endothermic reaction. Which of the following is an extensive property? Temperature. Temperature is intensive property. Density intensive property. Pressure intensive property. Enthalpy is extensive property. The property which depends on mass of the substance or quantity of the substance, then the property is considered as an extensive property. Density, sir, density formula mass by volume. Density is depends upon mass, but density is not a extensive property. Density is a intensive property. Density is intensive property. How? The ratio between two extensive properties is considered as intensive property. The radioactive lanthanide is promethium. Promethium atomic number is 61. Remember, the radioactive lanthanide one. Radioactive lanthanide in lanthanide series. Least acidic among the following is chloroacetic acid. Carboxylic acid functional group is involved. Acetic acid, carboxylic acid functional group is involved. Propanoic acid, carboxylic acid functional group is involved. Phenol, C6H5OH. We know that. Order of acidic nature. Order of acidic nature. Alcohol, less than phenol, less than carboxylic acid, less than sulfonic acid. So phenol is least acidic. Identify B in the reaction. This is alkyl halide. Alkyl halides reacts with the KCN. Then it gives cyanides. Cyanide H2 by palladium. Which process this is? Reduction process. Reduction favors. Cn you can write like this also. C triple bond N undergoes reduction. Cyanides are undergoes reduction. Then it gives amines. Third option. Oxidation state of bromine in tribromo octoxide is +6 +4 +6. Assertion. For a single chiral carbon containing alkyl halide, substitution takes place at chiral center. SN1 reaction leads to racemization. Correct. How? Single chiral carbon. Chiral carbon means around carbon atom, 4 different atoms or groups are present. For example, now you can take like this: CH3, C2H5, C3H7. 3 different atoms or groups are present. Now, here break the bond between carbon and bromine. Then it gives 3-degree carbocation. 3-degree carbocation it gives. It favors SN1 mechanism. SN1 mechanism, front side attack is possible as well as back side attack is also possible. That's the reason it gives 50% inversion productive as well as 15% retention productive. The mixer is considered as racemic mixer. The attack of nucleophile may be accomplished from the either side of the plane of the intermediate carbocation formed in the reaction. Correct. That's the reason 50-50 is possible. A and R correct. R is the correct explanation of A. Which of the following 6A group hydride is thermally most stable? Which requires more bond dissociation energy? H2O requires more bond dissociation energy. So H2O is thermally stable. Match the following. XeF6. XeF6 distorted octahedral. NH3 pyramidal geometry. A1B3. A1B3. Only one option. See BRF5 square pyramidal. ICl4 minus is square planar. Non-polar molecule with polar bonds. Cl2. Cl2 is non-polar molecule and the bonds are also non-polar because electronegativity difference. There is no electronegativity difference. H2O dissociation is possible like H plus and OH minus polar and bonds electronegativity difference is present. That's the reason this is also polar. BF3 is a non-polar molecule and it contains polar bonds. Why? It is a non-polar molecule and contains polar bonds. There is a electronegativity difference between boron and fluorine. Delta En value not equals to 0. Electronegativity difference not equals to 0. Some electronegativity difference is present. That's the reason BF bonds are polar. N2 is non-polar molecule with non-polar bonds. IUPAC name of the following compound. Give the numbering. Alkene. Alkene is high priority group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Follow lowest sum rule also. Fifth position methoxy group is present. Third position nitro is present. Cyclohexene 1. Assertion. Nitration of benzene with nitric acid requires the use of concentrated sulfuric acid. Correct. Nitration means reaction with a nitration mixer. Nitration mixer is a combination of concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4. The mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid produces the electrophile NO2 plus. Correct. In nitration mixer, electrophile is NO2 plus. A is true, R is true, R is the correct explanation of A. Which among the following is least electronegative? Boron electronegativity 2.0, aluminum 1.5, gallium 1.6, indium 1.7. So correct answer aluminum. In 3A group, more electronegative element is equals to boron. Less electronegative element is equals to aluminum. Iodoform test is not given by ethanol. Yes, possible because CH3C double bond O group is present. Possible. Alcohol with general formula CH3CHOH. Possible. CH3C double bond O group is present. Possible. Which does not gives diphenyl ketones does not gives iodoform test. Which of the following pairs of ions are isoelectronic and isostructural? What is isoelectronic? Species have same number of electrons. Then that is considered as isoelectronic. Isostructural. Isostructural, same molecular geometry. Then that is considered as isostructural. You can consider CO3 2 minus SO3 2 minus. Electrons are 32 and 42. So wrong. ClO3 minus CO2 minus CO3 2 minus 42 and 32. Wrong. You can check the remaining. Then fourth option is correct. ClO3 minus 42 electrons. SO3 2 minus also 42 electrons. ClO3 minus SO3 minus both are contains 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So geometry undergoes sp3 hybridization with 1 lone pair. Geometry is a pyramidal geometry. Predict the product in the given reaction. Aldehyde reacts with base. The base is strong base. Without alpha hydrogen. Aldehydes without alpha hydrogen reacts with a strong base. So the reaction is considered as Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro reaction. In Cannizzaro reaction, self-oxidation and self-reduction takes place. So self-reduction product is CH2OH. Aldehyde group is converted to alcohol. Self-oxidation product is salt of carboxylic acid. Based on that, third option correct option. Which of the following is strongest base? Order of basic nature. Order of basic nature is aliphatic are more basic. After that, ammonia. Finally, aromatic amines. Which is aliphatic? Fourth one is aliphatic. First one is aromatic. Compound name is aniline. Even third one is also aromatic. And the compound name is pyrrole. If you want basic nature order, basic nature order is 4 greater than 2 greater than 1 greater than 3. This is the basic nature order, but question is strongest base, so fourth option correct. When H2S is passed through a mixture containing Cu2 plus, Ni2 plus and Zn2 plus in acidic solution, then the ion that will precipitate is, which ions are precipitated? Cu2 plus ions are precipitated. Why? Cu2 plus ions are precipitated because group 2 Cu2 plus ions are belongs to group 2. Generally group 2 cations have extremely low KSP values, solubility product value. So they are precipitated. Larsen's test is not applicable to. Larsen's test is not applicable to hydrogen and diazonium salts because in hydrogen formula NH2 bond NH2 does not contains carbon, hence cyanide cannot form. Here also diazonium salts case also cyanide formation is not possible because N2 is escaped in the form of N2 gas. Diazonium salts are N2 plus Cl minus. N2 group is escaped in the form of N2 gas. So correct answer second option. Amphoteric oxide among the following. Generally, amphoteric oxides are ZnO, Al2O3, PbO, SnO2, BeO, Sb2O3 are amphoteric. Based on that, correct answer Al2O3. Incorrect statement among the following. All Bronsted bases are Lewis bases, correct. Ionic product of water is temperature dependent, correct. Le-Chatelier's principle is applicable to both physical and chemical equilibrium, correct. Kc is equals to Kp RT power delta N is the correct interrelation. This is incorrect. Correct interrelation is Kp is equals to Kc RT power delta N. The weight of iron which will be converted into its oxide by the action of 18 grams of steam on it will be. First frame the reaction. Iron reacts with steam, then it gives iron oxide Fe3O4, given Fe3O4. 3 irons, 3 moles of Fe, 4 oxygens, 4 moles of H2O plus 4 moles of H2 gas is liberated. According to this equation, 3 into 56 grams of iron requires 4 into 18 grams of H2O. Weight of iron calculate. When 18 grams of steam reacts with how many grams of iron? 3 into 56 into 18 by 4 into 18. 18 18 cancel. So 14 times 14 threes 42 grams. A salt solution on treatment with H2SO4 gives out a gas which turns K2Cr2O7 paper green and lead acetate paper black. The salt contains here black color sulfide. The salt contains sulfide. Sulfides gives which gas? H2S gas, which turns lead acetate paper black. How it is? H2S is reacts with PbCH3COO taken twice. Then it gives lead sulfide. Lead sulfide color is black color. Plus 2 moles of CH3COOH. Which of the following actinides show oxidation state up to +7? Neptunium and plutonium. Given in this, neptunium is there. Correct answer, neptunium. KSP of AgCl. Solubility product of AgCl value is given to 10 power minus 2. The molar solubility of AgCl. Solubility of AgCl is question mark. In 0.1 molar AgNO3. In 0.1 molar AgNO3. Okay. Now check it. Both cases Ag plus ions are common. Apply common ion effect. So KSP is equals to concentration Ag plus ion concentration into Cl minus ion concentration. According to common ion effect, Ag plus ion is common and its concentration is 0.1 molar. 8 into 10 power minus 12 is equals to 10 power minus 1. 0.1 is also written as 10 power minus 1. Chlorine taken as S solubility. Then solubility is equals to 8 into 10 power minus 12 by 10 power minus 1. Then you will get 8 into 10 power minus 11 molar. Which of the following graph correctly represents the first order reaction? Fourth graph correctly represents the first order reaction. Half-life time for first order reaction T of is equals to 0.693 by K. It is independent on initial concentration. So that's the reason remaining graphs are wrong. Write the IUPAC name of the coordination compound Fe4 FeCN taken 6 times whole thrice. Fe4 FeCN 6 times whole thrice. Name is iron 3 hexacyanide 2. An organic compound A untreated with benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride is Hinsberg's reagent. Gives compound B. B is soluble in dilute NaOH. We know that Hinsberg's reagent reacts with a 1 degree amine, then it gives product. The product is soluble in alkali. It is 2 degree amine. 2 degree amine gives product. The product is insoluble in alkali. 3 degree amine. 3 degree amine, no product. So, which is soluble in alkali, the amine must be 1 degree. 1 degree amines are only soluble in alkali. So, correct answer fourth option. Wrong match among the following. K2MnO4 green color paramagnetic, correct. K2Cr2O7 wrong match, not yellow color. K2Cr2O7. K2Cr2O7 color is orange color. All these compounds are color due to charge transfer phenomenon. In the last video I already uploaded how these are colored. Oxidizing power increases in order VO2 plus less than Cr2O7 2 minus less than MnO4 minus, correct. It is due to increasing stability of lower species to which they are easily reduced. This is also correct. Both A and R are correct. R is the correct explanation of A. In the given reaction, 1 and 2 are identify 1 and 2. One is salicylic acid. The reaction is coal-base reaction. Salicylic acid OHCOOH. Second option wrong. Fourth option wrong. And it reacts with acid anhydride. Alcohols reacts with acid anhydride. The process is called as esterification process. Esterification gives ester. Here possible ester is acetyl salicylic acid, aspirin. COOH, OCOCH3. So the correct answer is first option. The correct order of stability of the following resonance structures. Stability, neutral molecules, neutral species otherwise are more stable than charged species. Based on this is charged species, this is charged species, this is neutral. Neutral molecule is more stable. After that, these two are now charged species. In this, according to resonance rule, negative charge on more electronegative atom is more stable. So here negative charge is present, here positive charge is present. That's the reason one is more stable, after that two, after that finally three. One more rule is also there. According to resonance, number of covalent bonds are increases. Then stability increases. The total number of metal-metal bonds present in CO taken 8 times. How many metal-metal bonds are present? Only one metal-metal bond is present. Ethers reacts with HBr. Ethers reacts with HBr. The ether is alkyl aryl ether. Then break the bond between alkyl group and oxygen. Then oxygen gets negative charge. Alkyl group charge is positive. H plus Br minus. H plus Br minus. And it gives C6H5OH plus C2H5Br. Reaction nitration. What is the major product? Nitration major product is para product. So OC2H5 para position substitute NO2. Based on that, second option correct option. Thank you.